And at 14, 15, 14, we're roasting Miss Chicken today on the French Chef.
Thank you everyone for joining me for voting video number 158 in the incredible Mandela Effect voting video series. As you can see, we're discussing Julia Child today. Well, there's just one little problem. My entire life I knew her as Julia Childs with an S. And you're going to see here some other people who remember her as Julia Childs, and some books, some newspapers. Please thumb this video up if you remember Julia Childs with an S. Go ahead and thumb it down if it's always Julia Child. Now, when I was a child, I used to sit and watch this all the time with my grandma. She really liked the show. She was into cooking. And so we'd sit and watch Julia Childs. I'd hear her say her name. And when I first saw that it was Julia Child, I knew right away that there was something wrong. So that was sometime last year. I've known about this for about a year. So let's get into this. I want you to listen to Robin Williams here. Listen really close. He's going to say her name the way he remembers her name.
The voice even changed. The first voice was a little bit like that. And then it softened up as she got softer. And it kind of, went from being Margaret Thatcher, transitioned a little bit into Julia Childs, and slowly but surely, I transitioned a little bit into Julia Childs, and slowly but surely.
So Robin remembers Julia Childs. Listen to this person here who put up my Voice of Julia Childs video.
Hello, Julia Childs here, Julia Childs. Today we're having some potatoes lately.
Okay, and we have this here, Julia Childs French omelette.
So what do we got here? Looks like Julia Child's omelet.
Yes.
Is this a video you're filming right now?
Yeah, this is a video. So
Frankie,
That's it.
no, it's all good. So okay,
with his I Heart Julia Child's t-shirt on.
yeah, he does. Dude loves Julia Child.
he
They
is.
just
There
saw
he
the
goes.
movie. And here's Erica.
Okay, so numerous people all recalling Julia Childs there in that video. So if we go back and look at newspapers, we got 3,500 matches. You'll see Julia Childs with an apostrophe because, they're talking about something belonging to Julia Childs, but that's Childs with an S, the French chef. I went through here and there's just numerous newspapers, but they're all from years ago. I went and looked just at things in the last 7 years where people had newspaper articles that were talking about Julia Child, and they all said Child, or most of them. But you come back here and you see lots of Julia Childs. So at some point, this reality residue stuff is really crazy, but she was Julia Childs, and somehow the reality of that is mixed with the reality where she's always been Julia Child. So here's Julia Child's French Chef Cookbook. Julia Child's, that's Julia Child's French cooking lessons. So those are her cooking lessons. Child's cooking lessons. Julia Child's French chef. It goes on and on. Julia Childs. I put French chef just to make sure we're talking about the right Julia Childs and not confusing it with someone else who may have the same name or whatever. So yeah, lots and lots of examples. Thumb this video up if you remember Julia Childs with an S. Go ahead and thumb it down if it's always been Julia Child, which sounds very odd to me. Let me make this bigger for everybody. Childs was born Julia Carolyn McWilliams in Pasadena, California, 1912. And I think she died, it's probably been over 10 years now. Chef Julia Childs, French food soared in popularity during the 50s and 60s. So yeah, you can find references to it. I was going to do this video earlier, but I really didn't have a whole lot of reality residue until the newspapers.com. I was listening to Robin Williams, looking for some other information. I heard him say her name, so I figured I'd do this video now. So that's about it. Go ahead and vote on this one. I'll talk to everybody soon.